This campaign objective will seek to highlight a number of critical areas that require particular attention on LEV and will provide information and practical guidance on how to effectively use and maintain LEV safely.
You are required to provide dust extraction or local exhaust ventilation, or LEV, at all woodworking machines to ensure that dust is removed from its source. The law says you must control the risks from wood dust. This is covered by the Control of Substances Hazardous to Health regulations, or COSH regulations. Installing LEV may help you to do this. However, this may not be all what you need to do to solve a particular situation. You should consider other options first, such as eliminating the source, substituting the material being used by something safer, reducing the size of the source, modifying the process to reduce the duration or frequency of emission, and finally, reduce the number of employees involved in the process where this is possible. Essentially, you must ensure that operators and supervisors are adequately trained in the correct use of LEV, that LEV is suitable for the job, and finally, that arrangements are in place to ensure that a thorough testing and examination process is carried out every 14 months.
The LEV in the workshop with any machine is designed to get rid of as much dust in the air as possible. Guards have been developed to help this, and on this particular machine, the ripsaw, the crown guard here is designed so it sits down very close to the material, and therefore it provides quite a lot of suction for the dust to come out through the LEV. On the back of the machine, we also have a lower vent, which again, as the blade is turning, it allows us to remove a lot more dust from the air, preventing people getting really nasty facial dust injuries, and obviously making it a bit safer for the man in the workshop. The LEV supplier's responsibility is to make sure that the equipment they're putting in is fit for purpose and is right for the area that it's working in. They need to have obviously a discussion with the workshop or wherever the LEV is going on to make sure that it does actually do what it's supposed to and remove the right amount of dust from the air. This also needs to be done in conjunction with current legislation for how much dust should be in the air at any one time. On top of that, there'll be a commissioning report. There'll be tests done by the company to make sure that it is removing the right amount of dust from the air, and there should also be a training program both for the staff and the management. The staff need to be shown how it works, how to recognise if there are faults with the machine and who to report it to. The management need to be aware of what they can do if there are problems, and they should also be aware of the overall capacity of the machinery. The three documents that we need from the LEV company, as we've talked about already, is the commissioning report for the machinery. We're also going to need a logbook for the machinery and an instruction manual how to use it and what to recognise if it's not working properly. The logbook will detail how often the services need to be, which is a minimum of 14 months. And obviously the trainer who is installing the machinery will go through the operating manual with you and also any other members of staff who need to use it.
The following must be carried out for LEV for fixed and portable machinery. Operatives must do the following. Make sure the gates are open only on the machines being used, as this will affect the pressure. Look daily for signs of damage to the ducting, fan and air filter. Noisy or vibrating fans can indicate a problem. Repair any damage immediately. At least once a week, check that the extraction system and gauge work properly with no dust leaks. With power tools, the power tools must use a minimum type M hoover. Managers must also do the following. You need to know the manufacturer's performance specification to know if extraction is working properly. If the information isn't available, hire a competent ventilation engineer to determine its performance. The engineer's report must show the target airspeeds. Keep this information in your testing logbook. Get a competent ventilation engineer to examine the system thoroughly and test its performance at least once every 14 months. Keep records of all examinations and tests for at least 5 years. LEV in spray booths are often forgotten about compared with main wood dust LEV systems. The following must be in place. Arrangements to ensure that a thorough examination and test is completed at least every 14 months by a competent person. An effective maintenance regime to ensure filters are cleaned and replaced on a regular basis to ensure they remain effective.